How's it going, everyone? In this video, we're going to be doing some very Star Wars inspired toy photography for May the 4th. So everyone, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. As always, we toy photographers gotta have something ready for May the 4th and to celebrate this wonderful, wonderful thing that is Star Wars with some toy photography. And so I have two ideas that I'd really like to execute. One of them being for May the 4th, and then the next one being for Revenge of the 5th. Or, wait, is it Revenge of the 6th or 5th? I think it's 5th, right? I'm the adult. Alexa, is it Revenge of the 5th? Or Revenge of the 6th?
May 5th, or Revenge of the 5th is a play on Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
There you have it. Thanks, Alexa! So yes, two toy photos, one for May the 4th and one for May 5th, Revenge of the 5th. They can't just be any plain old Star Wars photos. One has to be very Force-inspired. You know, not just like a stormtrooper or something. I want to have something very The Force inspired. And then also for Revenge of the 5th, of course, we need to have some Sith or something really cool. But I want to do this a little bit differently. I'm not sure. I think I really want to like incorporate myself into the toy photo somehow, in some way, shape, or form, whether it just be my hand or me in the photo. So I think I have some ideas of what I want to do. So for my May the 4th photo, I kind of had this idea of like Luke Skywalker reaching for the lightsaber, and he's like floating, and he's like in like the Force or the world between worlds or whatever, floating, reaching for his lightsaber. But I want to have my hand kind of in the photo, lifting him with the Force. Like I'm lifting Luke with the Force so he can use the Force to get his, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not really sure how that'll work out, but I'm gonna give that a shot, and I'm actually kind of excited for that one. Who knows? Could be difficult, but that's gonna be something indoor, so I'm gonna do that one first. So here we go. So I wanted to use the X-Wing fighter pilot Luke Skywalker figure, but I didn't want him to have this weird looking head, and I wanted to have his helmet off. So I actually ended up popping off the head from the Dagobah Luke and putting it back on here. All I had to do was just heat it up with some hot water, and they popped on just fine. I also really wanted Luke to have this wide open hand, like he's reaching for the lightsaber, so I took off this hand from a Silver Surfer Marvel Legends action figure and popped it onto Luke. The next step was to grab some gray acrylic paint and just paint it over this silver hand so then it blends in and looks like it matches. So just add a little paint and then wait for it to dry and then give it a clear matte coat, and then Luke is ready to shoot. I set up a quick black backdrop and then put up my photo backdrop stand so then I can actually hang Luke from up above. So I took some of my thinner wire and strategically twined it in with Luke's back stuff and actually got it to stay quite nicely. Then I just draped over the wire, just still on the spool and everything, and now we got a perfectly hanging Luke that's floating with the Force. I ended up propping up his helmet as well as his lightsaber with a little bit of sticky tack so that I could really get this stuff to float with the Force. As always, I used a couple Lume Cube panels and atmosphere aerosol to not only get the lighting, but really get the atmosphere I wanted. So the goal was to have my hand in the photo, which meant I only had one hand to shoot with, so I recruited a little bit of help from my girlfriend Harleen, and actually worked out quite well, so thanks, babe. And for all of my editing techniques in Adobe Photoshop, make sure to check out my toy photography editing playlist that has a bunch of tutorials on everything I do, including how to make a lightsaber. And here was the final product. So I quite like, I think, how the Luke shot came out. I'm quite proud of that one, and I'm very, very excited to have that one posted for today on May the 4th. So I gotta have another photo ready for, which will be tomorrow, Revenge of the 5th. So my idea for that is I want to have basically me, so this is a very toy photography inspired toy photo. So I want to have me kind of in the background almost of the photo with my camera holding it like I'm taking a picture. And then in the foreground, I want to have from behind Darth Vader kind of floating there almost from above, and I'm like, you can see me like back, like taking a photo of Darth Vader, a photo of me taking a photo of a toy. So I think that will be really cool, and it could almost be somewhat of kind of a self-portrait of mine too as well. So I'm thinking that will be quite different than the usual, and hopefully it'll look really like Darth Vader is alive and I'm taking a picture of him while he's alive. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, that's my idea, and hopefully this setup will work. Here we go. Okay, so I think I have everything set up to take the photo now, and this setup is pretty just silly. So I'm gonna show you what I got so far. So I got my photo backdrop stand set up over here, and so Darth Vader is hanging from it like this, fully suspended. And I did the same exact trick. Oh, don't want to touch that, but I did the same exact trick with the wire to hang Darth Vader, and actually he's hanging by his helmet. It looks kind of silly from up front, but from behind it doesn't really matter, so that's really great. So I did do this really cool thing for his cape. I rigged a couple of bobby pins on his cape exactly the way I want it. I'm not going to move that, but exactly the way I want it, with string, fishing line that's also hanging from up top here. So then in camera from back here, basically his cape is flowing, you know, very realistically, and also it gives you an opportunity for you to still see his arm and both of his legs, because the cape is so big and I don't want to make sure that's obstructing his body. And so he's all posed up, ready like that. And so I have my camera like this, and I'm actually using my old Canon camera for this because I want to be holding my Sony camera, because I just kind of like the way that looks, whatever. So basically what my plan is for me to start the camera, use my timer, head over to the other side where Darth Vader is with my camera in hand and pose like I'm photographing Darth Vader. And I did a couple test shots, and this is kind of how it looks so far. And I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit darker so I can use some red light, and so it looks really cool. And then I think that will really make for a thing. But this basically is the setup I will kind of want, and I'm really kind of excited for it. So once it gets dark, I'm gonna go and take this photo, probably put some red lume cubes around him as well, put some lume cubes around myself so I can get some cool lighting. It's gonna be awesome. So I ended up bringing a couple more lights out here because I couldn't figure out a good way to light myself on top of lighting Darth Vader. So these are actually probably gonna work just fine. Okay, so now to actually go and take the photo with me in it. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, the Darth Vader picture is kind of very self-portrait-esque in something that I might be able to even use as like my Sirdork photo, headshot, self-portrait. I don't know, but I am quite happy to post it. So the other photo, the May the 4th photo of Luke, will be posted on Instagram, should be up right now on Sirdork730 on Instagram. Please make sure to check that out, and I'm really excited to see all of the cool toy photos that will be on today on Instagram and everyone's awesome shots. So I hope you guys decide to participate, and may the 4th be with you. hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.